Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. I hope you can hear me. I've had some issues with my speakers, and I'm hoping you guys can hear me. So I'm just going to wait until maybe somebody in the chat can confirm that you can hear me really well. I'm also live on X, previously known as Twitter, and also on my Rumble channel. So big shout out to my followers on Rumble. But yeah, guys, I really want to talk about my favorite fighter. My favorite fighter, of course, is Beterbiev. And of course, if you're a boxing fan like I am, you are definitely gonna watch the fight between Beterbiev and Bivol. And I just want to get your thoughts on Beterbiev. If you think I actually think he's a great fighter, possibly elite. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brother Yahya. Brother Yahya, is my sound okay? Can you hear me? But is my mic working good? Please let me know if my mic is working, inshallah. Yeah, I've had some issues with my mic and my headphones and my speaker system. So I'm hoping everything is working really well. Awesome, mashallah, great. Thank you, brother Yahya. If you want to jump on, brother, if you're a boxing fan, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Let me see if I can put the link in the chat. It'll be great. I'm a big boxing fan, and I love to get you guys on here to think and tell me about Beterbiev. I'm a big fan of Beterbiev. He's had 20 fights, guys, yeah, and 20 KOs. And for me, I just think he's a monster in the ring. I think he's a killer. He's basically in Canada, Canadian right now, but I think he's from Dagestan, same as Khabib and the other UFC fighters. And I just want to watch this clip here where he fights Smith Jr. and gains another belt. And for me, he's just a wrecking ball. He really is. He's fearless. If you watch the UFC fight with Khabib and Gaethje, and you see Khabib just coming forward all the time, and he's not scared of Gaethje whatsoever. And Gaethje has got some of the baddest leg kicks ever in the UFC. He can destroy you, Gaethje can. And Khabib just went forward and he just totally destroyed Gaethje. And of course, in the second round, he got a submission in a choke. And then, of course, he retired straight away after that fight against Gaethje in the UFC. I think he's in Dubai. But this fight here with Beterbiev, for me, it just took him to another level. He went to a foreign country to fight. Majority of the crowd, or I would say 99% of the crowd, were American, and they were calling for Smith Jr. to win. But for me, Beterbiev was fearless. He just went forward and he just destroyed this guy. And I really want to get your thoughts on this. And like I said, I've put the link in the chat if you guys want to come on and share your thoughts. So I'm going to play the video, and I'm hoping. So yeah, it's a light heavyweight fight. Yeah, 12 rounds, and it's in New York City. And for me, Beterbiev, I really admire the way he trains, and of course, somebody being quite faithful in his religion, being a Muslim, very disciplined, very humble. He doesn't talk any trash whatsoever. I like his frame of mind. Get me into the ring quickly as possible. He just wants to get into the ring, seek and destroy people. And I love that. And at this particular time, he had 17 fights, and all of them were knockouts. So at this particular time of his career, he had 17 fights, and all of them KO. And this guy also, Smith Jr., he had a belt. He's from Long Island in America. Another very good fighter. I actually thought this would be a very difficult fight for Beterbiev. I thought he'll struggle in this fight. And as you can see, it happened 4 years ago, 2022. If you're a boxing fan, guys, you've got to really admire Beterbiev. For me, he's just an awesome fighter. I really like and admire Beterbiev. So one thing I like about people who box, especially they start from a very young age, and Smith, he started boxing when he was 13. And Beterbiev, I think he was a lot younger when he started boxing. It's only because of his father's dream, I think. And another sad story with Beterbiev is that his father died at a very young age. So he had to start to box to earn money. He had a lot of amateur fights. So majority of the crowd here are chanting for Smith to win, right? And Beterbiev is an outsider, and amazing fight. So Beterbiev, they're fighting for the WBC fight belt here, and you got to watch this fight, guys. It's just amazing how Beterbiev was fearless in this fight, just coming forward all the time, and not being scared. He's being confident in his technique and his power. Guys, I do apologize if I'm speaking really fast, but I really am a big boxing fan, if you didn't know. And I'm really looking forward to his fight against Bivol. I think it'll be a very tough fight. Beterbiev versus Bivol. So this is happening in New York in Madison Square Garden, and the whole crowd is against Beterbiev because, of course, he's from Canada. He's a Canadian national, and this was the main event, yeah, guys, yeah, for light heavyweight championship of the world, and not many people knew about Beterbiev apart from his record at this particular time, having 17 fights, 17 KOs. He's fairly unknown. And like I said, as you can see here, Joe Smith Jr., a very good record. Big guy, very tall, long reach. 28 victories, 3 losses, and I think was it 19 KOs. So this guy is a tough guy, no doubt about it. So he's got the WBO belt at this particular time, yeah. So he's a world champion in his own right at this particular time. So this is 2022. In June of 2022, this fight took place. So Joe Smith Jr., he's a light heavyweight champion in his own category. So now, of course, Beterbiev comes into the lion's den, as they say. And all the crowd are booing at this particular time. So he's had 17 fights, 17 KOs. MashaAllah, amazing. Originally he's from Dagestan. Of course, we know Dagestan, Russia, where a lot of the UFC fighters such as Khabib and the legends are from. And then he moved to Canada at a young age. So he's got 2 belts at this particular time, WBC and and the IBF belts. and the crowd are booing like mad right now because, of course, he's Canadian and he's Joe Smith's American. And the referee, for me, to be honest, was a bit biased. Uh, I really felt in this fight the referee was quite biased towards Joe Smith. And unfortunately, in boxing, this really happens. Whereas if you're a boxer from a different country, I sometimes think you're not fairly treated. And, that's quite controversial, but I'd love to get your thoughts on that. For me, Joe Smith is a lot taller, maybe a lot heavier, a lot bigger. And you got to watch this fight. I just think that this fight is amazing. Absolutely, absolutely. I love the way Beterbiev moves around. And to be honest, when I box, I have the same type of style. He's fearless. He came straight away. He came out. Look at him straight away, just going for it. Just not like mad. And he actually switches stances, as you saw there with Beterbiev. He goes to a southpaw position. But great fighters make everything look slow motion. They seem to have this effect on people where when you're watching, everything seems to be like in slow motion because they make it look so easy. And Beterbiev is always moving to look, as you can see, he's moving. Amazing. I just find him such an amazing fighter. He's moving around the ring. He's giving Joe Smith the center of the ring, and Beterbiev is just rotating. And for me, Beterbiev is not scared of Joe Smith's power. And he takes some punches. Beterbiev takes some big punches, but he just seems to be a beast of a boxer. And yeah, at this particular time of Joe Smith's career, he's never ever been knocked down. So Joe Smith, at this particular time of his career, has never been knocked down. You just hit, you just hear the blows that Beterbiev throws on him. And I actually thought this was a knockdown. I actually thought this was a knockdown, but the referee never gave it. And like I said before, I do think sometimes referees can be biased. So what did you think, guys? Did you think that was a knockdown? Brother Yahya, did you think that was a knockdown? I actually thought it was a knockdown, but the referee never gave it. That was a fantastic body shot from Beterbiev. Replay? Oh, okay, will do, brother. Jump on, brother Yahya, if you want to. I've put the link in the chat. These guys are tough, man. These guys from Dagestan, subhanallah, they're tough, they're disciplined, they're strong. And I really think religion plays a big part in sports, especially combat sports. I really do think that. Because I think I think the fact that in Islam, we have such a disciplined way of life, right? And of course, we don't drink. We stay away from, unlawful acts. And Islam really disciplines us as people. Are currently at work. Not a problem, brother. Appreciate your support, though. But yeah, brother Yahya, I think as a Muslim, I think if you're into combat sports, I think you definitely have a better understanding when it comes to fitness because being a Muslim, being able to wake up early in the morning, also the month of Ramadan when we were fasting, Islam has so much discipline and so much rules and regulations. And I think it definitely helps me, who somebody likes fitness and combat sports, to train. I find it a way of life. Definitely, working out is a way of life, and fitness is a way of life. So anyway, let me continue playing this. I actually thought that hurt him there, brother Yahya. I don't know if you noticed that the first overhand right there. I actually think Joe Smith is hurt at this particular time. I actually think Joe Smith is hurt right now. He hits him with another right, another right. I think Joe Smith, I think he's hurt right now. That was an. I actually, what do you think there? I actually think that was a knockdown. I really do think that was a knockdown. Yahya, what do you think? And I actually thought it started from the corner where Beterbiev threw the first right hand, and he continued to throw a couple of right hands. And I think Joe Smith Jr. was hurt at this particular time, no doubt about it. And I think the referee should have gave him a count there. But like I said, I do think. So yeah, awesome. Welcome, brother. Yeah.
Salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam, my dear brother. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Are you a
Yeah.
boxing?
I used to be back when Holyfield and all the big boys were still bouncing around. So
Yeah.
it used
Me
to be
too,
a
man.
good family pastime. My old man loved it.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely. Do you know much about Erta Beterbiev?
I'd heard of him. Oh, he came up in some stuff I was watching several months ago.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, he is a beast. He's
Yeah.
in his own little realm, that guy. He
Yeah.
actually kind of reminds me of what's the UFC fighter? The crazy
Khabib.
one.
Khabib, you
No, not
mean?
Khabib.
Which one?
Oh, the skinny guy that ended up sick.
Islam, you mean?
That no,
Islam.
no, it's the other one.
Umar.
No, he's in.
Uh,
He's kind of off on his own. He's paired up and partnered with an
you mean
American.
Hamza? You mean Hamza?
Hamza Chimaev.
Yeah, Hamza Shemaev. Yeah, that's it.
Is that the guy, the crazy one, always wanting to
Yeah.
kill everybody?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
That's the one. Yeah.
he reminds me a mix of him and Habib.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like no,
absolutely.
no fear, just steps out there. What do you got? Too bad, so
Yeah.
sad. If you can't put me out.
Do
So
you, do you think that's something that they are brought up with, like, as from the parents teach them, listen, you need to man up, because in the West, brother, I think we are too pampered. I think the children are pampered and given everything on a plate. And I think in certain areas, like such as Dagestan, I think you have to earn or work for your food. And it puts that kind of aspect of in your mind. What do you think?
100%. It goes back to their upbringing. I mean, they're basically mountain people.
Yeah,
Like the training altitude they deal with, just the lifestyle in general. Then you add into the religious aspects.
yeah,
They're on their own little platform, if you want to put it that way, when it comes to
mm,
all those guys. So I mean, realistically, if they wanted to, they could probably just about take over every weight division in the UFC.
yeah,
I mean, they've got that many guys coming through, and everyone you see is just get better and better.
yeah.
So
I remember Joe Rogan saying that actually on a podcast. Uh, he was saying that if these guys out of Dagestan start coming into the UFC, this was years ago, they'll just take over it because these guys are on another level. And like you
yeah,
said, the way they are growing up in the mountains, high altitude, living up in the eagles and stuff like that, and these guys are killers, brother. And they're so humble. You know,
yeah. No, but
they're
that
so
I mean,
humble.
to be honest, it's Islam aside.
Yeah.
Those type of people that you meet in places like Dagestan and country Russia or anywhere like that for that matter, that's
Mm,
just the way they are.
Yeah.
Like nice, humble. They'll tear your head off if you try and cheat them out of something or if you do them wrong,
Yeah.
but they'll give you everything.
Yeah.
So
MashaAllah. What are
it's
you up
just,
to? You at work, did you say?
yeah, I'm just unloading my truck and then I'm going to go load up
MashaAllah.
and head out for the night. So
MashaAllah. May Allah make it easy for you, brother.
my job's not that hard.
How far do
It's
you
actually
drive?
not that complicated.
How do you
All
drive
up.
far?
So from where I'm based, my furthest point is probably about 85 k's away from my base.
Ah, MashaAllah.
But I could do anywhere from probably 185 to about 220 k's a day
MashaAllah.
of just driving, and then on top of that, it's all basically manual handling.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Gotcha. Inshallah. Inshallah, brother. May Allah make it easy for you, MashaAllah.
yeah,
Alhamdulillah. I'm just going to carry on playing this video. And it's as you can see, I actually thought that was a knockdown, right? But the ref never. What's
to
your
be honest,
prediction? Go on, brother.
you could take it that way.
Mm,
For me, I think it was a mix between him ducking to miss being hit, because I reckon if
mm.
he didn't fall over, he would have got cleaned up in the head again.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he's basically gone, oh, something's coming, ducked, just missed being hit, slipped, and thought, all right, I'll just stay down instead of getting up straight away because I'm still trying to recover from the last time I got walloped.
mm,
So,
mm.
but it's one of those sports like anything, you could go either way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. I actually thought it was a knockdown. I think the referee should have counted, give him at least the 8 count.
Yeah,
I actually thought at this particular time Joe Smith is hurt. When I watched this fight, I actually thought Beterbiev will probably struggle in this fight, but he had that same mental. You see what I find quite amazing, brother Yahya, is that when you are entering into the stadium, right, and there's people shouting, the nerves, you have these nerves, right, and you're scared, you're anxious, you're nervous, but
yep,
these guys, soon as they enter the ring, it seems like they're in their own little. They feel like they're at home right now. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like I'm just gonna go and smash this guy.
No, but that's just the mentality they're brought up with,
Mm,
because their upbringing, their training, their lifestyle in general is so hard. I
yeah,
mean, compared to like the Western lifestyle, most people in the West would crap living the way they do.
yeah,
But it's prepped them so well. Walking into something like that, it's like a holiday for them.
yeah. I got you what you mean. I know what you mean now, brother.
So
Yeah, yeah,
it's not surprising
absolutely.
you see them walk in there and it's like, just another day.
Absolutely, bro.
You get you
Absolutely.
get quite a few people that are like, chase it, chase it, chase it, and as soon as they walk into it, it's like
Yeah.
deer in headlights.
That's right. That's right, brother. I've watched all of his fights, and he has this same mentality in every fight. He fought a British guy called Callum Smith, I think it was a couple of months ago, and he and this guy was a damn good fighter. This British fighter,
Yeah,
he was a very very good fighter, and this Beterbiev just destroyed him,
yeah,
destroyed him. They had to throw the towel in. Do you know what I mean, to stop the fight because this guy was smashed completely.
yeah.
And amazing, amazing. I've got a little question here from brother Mehdi. What's your prediction for Saturday? Ryan Garcia, isn't it, versus Devin Haney? Uh,
Did you say
it
Devin
depends.
Haney?
Yeah, Haney. Yeah, yeah. This Saturday. Uh, it depends. I actually think Devin will smash him. I really think that. Uh,
Yeah, I think the only way Garcia has a chance for me is if he's able to last the full bout
mm,
and he scores him on points.
yeah,
Other than
yeah,
that, if Haney gets a hold of him, he's gonna belt the crap out of him.
Yeah, I just think he's
So,
clever. I think everybody realizes that Garcia is quite weak in the body. But then I think in this fight here, I think Garcia will be a bit more heavier. I think there is a leverage on his weight condition. So I think it'd be an interesting fight. But like you said, I think whoever lasts the longest, meaning the rounds, will win the fight.
yeah. And this is one thing I've always thought of, and I've actually raised it in a couple of combat sports um, vlogs.
Mm.
What are your thoughts on having the fighters fight at the weight that they actually walk around in,
Brother,
instead of
that's a
actually
difficult
cutting
one.
weight and then fighting up on fight day?
No, that's a difficult one. That is a difficult one. It's tricky because it could have some health issues alongside with it. Especially like imagine Tyson Fury. If he didn't train, he looks really bad shape. You know, if you ever saw Tyson Fury, right, the heavyweight boxer,
Yeah,
he looks really flabby and much more, right?
yeah.
Uh, I think the fact that you train, you are going to lose weight.
No, I get that, but say instead of like go through your normal regular training and everything is
Mm.
normal, just lose the weight cut.
I know. I actually think a weight cut. I
I mean,
prefer the weight cut.
if you lose 10 kilos through your training, like lead up to a fight, fine.
Mm.
But I don't see how it's okay, considering it is quite dangerous if it's not done properly.
Yeah, of course. But then
To drop
Mehdi made a very
weight
good.
and say if I'm fighting at 85, but I walk around at 95,
Yeah.
to drop and just hit 85 or just under, and then
Mm.
when I actually turn up to fight, I'm back up at 95.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean.
Like,
I know what
I
you
mean,
mean.
think of all the guys that exist in that weight division that just don't have a chance because someone that's that walking around at 10 plus kilos heavier decides to cut weight and fight at 85. But then
Yeah.
on fight day fights at 95. Like, I
Yeah.
think it's a bit rich.
Yeah. But I think when a contract is signed and agreed upon, there are elements of that involved where the weight you can't, exceed your weight after the weight cut or the weigh-in. You can't exceed to a higher weight because there have been issues where people had a weight cut. Soon as the weight's done and they've hit that, official target, and then they have
Yeah,
like 24 hours to rehydrate themselves or get back into a higher weight. Some people maybe could do it easy, and some people find it difficult. But that's an interesting one, brother. That is really an interesting one. But for me, like if I'm gonna box somebody, I like to whatever I weigh now, like I weigh 75 kgs. Uh, so I like to fight somebody or spar with somebody who's same weight as me, 75 kgs, or
yeah,
one or two. You know what I mean? Either way, meaning like 76 or 74, but I'm at 75. I'm okay with that. But if I'm gonna spar with somebody who's 85 or 90, then for me, uh, it's a bit quite difficult. Do you understand what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
yeah, I know
No,
what
it's
you're
like
saying.
because for me, like I've always thought it would be interesting to see,
Mm,
especially the guys that cut weight and fight down a division or two
yeah.
and just belt the crap out of the opponents. Actually, fight up in their weight division that they walk
Mm,
around at.
yeah.
Like if I'm in full swing training and I can walk around comfortable at 95, fight at 95.
Yeah.
Like don't cut weight down to 85, belt the crap out of everyone there, and then walk around like I'm the man. Like that just don't make sense to me. Like fight the guys that are 95, and if you can do the same there, fine.
Yeah. Brother Mehdi made another good point. Yeah. Usually the issue is lowering which they can contractually enforce. Yeah, it's based upon the contracts, isn't it? I think,
Yeah.
yeah, when they do a contract, it has to be to agreed weight. But this Saturday is going to be a good fight. I'm really looking forward to. Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh, brother. Nice to see you here. I've saw the brother on Speaker's Corner the other day. MashaAllah, keep up the great work, bro. I'm really enjoying some of the footage that you get from Speaker's Corner. I'm hoping to get back to Speaker's Corner on the 28th of this month, inshallah. I think that's 2 weeks from now, inshallah. So I'm gonna hopefully be there on the 28th. But yeah, we'll get back to this video. I've got much time left, so we'll watch this video, bro. Stay with me, brother. But one thing I like about Beterbiev, when he punches you, you can hear this. The audience can hear the sound. For me, he's just fearless, brother. He's just fearless. That was a good shot. I actually thought that hurt him there. That body shot. Did you see that body shot?
Yeah, just around the ribs.
I actually thought that hurt him, and I actually think that shook his legs. Really shook his legs. Let me just play it back for a second. 1 second. Here it comes. That shot there. I actually thought that hurt him. Beautiful jab. Beautiful. I love the way he's moving around all the time. I actually think Joe Smith's done now. I think he realizes he's gonna see. Look, he's just punching air right there. I do apologize, guys. I am a big fan of Beterbiev. So if you hear me praise him a lot, mashallah, may Allah bless and protect our brother Beterbiev. I hope he, inshallah, does well against Bivol. And Bivol, again, is a fantastic fighter, elite fighter. One of the only few people who actually beat Canelo. And even I think Canelo is a killer fighter. I think he's an elite fighter. And Bivol really gave him a lesson. And hopefully, inshallah, our brother Beterbiev will give Bivol a lesson, inshallah. But it'll be a good fight, inshallah. I'll continue playing. And for me, at this time of the fight, I think Smith has slowed down now. Oh, big shot.
Yeah, after that head shot in the beginning, he seemed to tighten up a bit.
Yeah, I think that too, brother. I think that too. I think he realized at that particular time that this guy's got power.
Yeah.
There's one fight where Beterbiev fights and he's got massive subhanallah. These adverts really like annoy me, Habibi. Let me just play. Yeah, there's one fight where Beterbiev fights, and I think he gets accidentally headbutted in the forehead, and he's got a massive slit on his forehead, and the blood's pouring out, and he just carries on fighting like there's like it's nothing, and he just destroys his opponent. But that fight is a bloody fight, subhanallah.
They're surprised they don't end up with more head wounds than they do, considering how much they duck and lean into each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I just find him, just look at him. Look at him go, bro. These are light heavyweight fighters in the middle of the ring and just giving it everything.
Bro, it's all business.
Yeah. Sorry, brother.
I said he's all business.
Yeah. No nonsense.
Turn up and bang, get out, go home.
And I like the way he keeps his left hand high all the time, because he knows Smith is going to come over with the right hand, and his left hand, Beterbiev's hands up all the time, looking for that overhand right. Beautiful uppercut. He's done. For me, they should have threw the towel in. Maybe I'm being a bit too premature there, but I actually think they should have. Joe Smith's team should have threw the towel in. He was done there. He was done. But again, he is a world champion.
Is it a title fight?
Yeah, it was a title fight. Yeah.
And who's the champ?
Smith. He's got one title. Beterbiev's got 2 titles at this particular time. So
everything up for grabs.
yeah.
That's probably why there's a little more leniency.
Yeah.
The last thing you want is a controversy because the ref stopped it.
And dude, those jabs, brother, those jabs. Let me just watch the jabs for me are just like. Let me look at his jabs now. Yeah, it's 2 jabs now. Here they come. Wait for it, guys. 1, 2. You see those 2 jabs? For me, those jabs are like, whoa.
It's like walking into a brick wall.
Yeah. He's done there. He's done. Sorry, brother. I love boxing, Yahya, and when I speak fast, I do apologize.
Nah, it's all good. I gotta let you go. I gotta go
Okay,
load up.
brother.
But are you on
Stay
Saturday
safe.
again?
Yeah, inshallah.
All right. Inshallah, I'll
For
see you there.
fight stuff. Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
MashaAllah. So we're just gonna play the end of the fight, guys. As you saw there, Joe Smith is done, and I actually think he was done ages ago. But I think his corner let him carry on. I think this is round 2, guys. This is round 2. Uppercuts. He's done. His legs are gone. Referee had to stop it. The referee had to stop this. Next live, inshallah, is Saturday. Inshallah, Brother Mustafa will be hosting the show, inshallah. And then on Tuesday, the Sheikh will be back, and we will continue with our stream with our beloved Sheikh, inshallah. So we're going to continue with that on a weekly basis, and then Saturdays, inshallah, with Brother Mustafa and Brother Nazam. And I'm hoping to do a stream maybe Thursday or Friday with our brother Yusuf Ismail from South Africa. So, guys, please stay tuned. So, guys, yeah, I'm a big fan of Beterbiev. I get really excited when I watch the brother fight. I think he's an elite fighter, no doubt about it. At this particular stage of his career, he's had 20 fights so far and 20 KOs, and I think this is a record in boxing for a fighter to have 20 fights, 20 KOs. The only fighter I actually remember who had a fantastic KO ratio was Prince Nassim. If you are old enough to remember Prince Nassim, Ibn Hazm, inshallah. Mashallah, you spoke to the Sheikh on Sunday. No, mashallah. Sheikh Ibn Hazm, inshallah, will be with us next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, inshallah, we'll have a live stream with our beloved Sheikh. I can't wait to see him again, inshallah, and learn from him. Mashallah. Excellent. Brother, I have put the link in the chat. If you want to jump on, feel free to jump on. It'll be great to talk to you if you want. I've got another about 10 minutes. Naz. He lost to Barrera. I remember that fight. For me, I think he never had a proper game plan when he fought Barrera. He carried on doing his normal style of boxing, and Barrera figured him out. I think Barrera stayed cool, stuck to his plan, and I thought if Naz was a bit more sensible in his style, I think Naz would have beaten Barrera. But Barrera at that time was an elite fighter. He was a great fighter, subhanallah. And I remember when he fought Amir Khan, Barrera, when he fought Amir Khan, it was sad to see that. But, of course, Amir Khan won at that particular time, but Barrera was over the hill, to say, at that particular time. But Barrera and there were other fights, Mexican fighters at that particular time. They were like killers. They were really good fighters. But I liked Naz a lot at that particular time. Of course, he had this fight and lost against Barrera, and he came back and he had a comeback fight, and you can tell he didn't seem to be his normal self, and then he soon after retired. But at the end of the day, it's about money, it's about business, about legacy, and I think Naz did really, really well at that particular time, growing up at the 80s and 90s, and I think he did really well for himself and his family. So yeah, full props to Prince Nassim Mohammed. And I know his two sons. I think we've seen his two sons now are trying to get into boxing and become professional boxers. So that will be really, really good. But yeah, guys, I have to shoot off now. I really appreciate your support. I just wanted to do this stream basically because he is my favorite fighter. Beterbiev is my favorite fighter. I think he's a destroyer. He's a destroyer. He's not scared. A brother is joining me, mashallah. Let me just add you, brother. Assalamu alaikum, brother. How are you?
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you?
Yeah, fine, brother. I saw some of your videos on YouTube. Mashallah, Speaker's Corner. How's everything?
Alhamdulillah, it was good. It was great, man. As you see, recently I've been putting more videos of the brother Ibn Hassan with the dawah, mashallah. May Allah reward him as well.
Ameen.
Ameen. But yeah, it's akhi. I have to do it all myself, so I've been a bit busy in it. That's why I've been a bit quiet for like the last year and a bit, I think. Yeah, akhi, man. It's a bit it's like it's better to do it yourself, because the ins and outs as well. You learn from it as well, and plus, there's no no one above each other or anything like you and stuff like that. I just that's how I operate, akhi. I like to do things by myself. Inshallah. But yeah.
Yeah, akhi, I'm the same. I travel, like I said, all the way from Coventry, and it takes me like an hour or plus to get to Speaker's Corner. And I really enjoy meeting the Sheikh there, Brother Nazam, and other brothers. I really enjoy meeting them, and I learn from them. But yeah, I do everything myself. I normally have like 2 cameras and my phone. And sometimes I find it really difficult to manage everything. You know what I mean? Because there's so many different discussions going on. How do you deal with it?
How do I do it, akhi? What I do is it's a bit the same in a bit really, but I know it's hard to handle. But what I do actually is to basically what I do is keep to my to one conversation. Because now I used to have the phone before, but obviously I use the cameras now. So so I'll just keep with one conversation. And obviously, if there's no benefit from it, I leave the conversation and move on to the next one. That's the best thing to do, really. That if you're by yourself doing it. That's what I think, anyway.
Yeah, mashallah. That's good advice, Akhi, to be honest. Also, I spoke about my favorite boxer, Beterbiev, right now, brother. Are you a boxing fan?
I do watch it. I mostly used to watch the old school ones as well. So, but I do watch it now and then. Obviously I do watch it, but the boxers that I think now who I rate as a boxer in the boxing thing is it's hard, actually. It's not like back in the day where you can specifically have a fighter that is singy, but it's hard, actually. Most I'll go with the heavyweights, some of the heavyweights. Some of the heavyweights in it because I'm heavy with myself, so I'm supposed to go with the heavyweights in it.
No, you're not heavyweight, mashallah. You're not heavyweight.
Yeah, I put on weight, akhi. Wallahi, I weigh like 16 stones now, akhi, man. I need to go back to the gym, though, akhi. Wallahi, I used to ride the bike and that. As soon as I stopped riding the bike and everything, and that, the weight just come back on quickly again.
Yeah,
you have to be careful, man. You have to be careful because it's sunnah, to keep healthy and keep your lifestyle good, because sometimes you lack and sometimes you don't. And I think it's because where I've been on top of things, doing the editing and stuff like that, and the videos and that. That's where it's coming from, you know. Because I'm not like, yeah. So, but inshallah, soon inshallah, I have someone with me to help me do with it as well, inshallah. So I don't have to get everything on top of me, you know. Just release a little bit of it that I can get back to it in the gym, inshallah. And I used to do a little boxing with one brother. Well, I don't want to mention his name because we're on the live and that, but he does this, like, you know, the shadow thing, boxing and stuff like that. Because even I used to do martial arts as well, but because he used to do martial arts and boxing, like the jiu-jitsu and the boxing. I used to do the taekwondo and the wing chun.
That's good.
You see, so like with that, because of that skills from that, you know how to counteract and how to, you know, and stuff like that. But it's all from the same, you know, Aki. Well, sorry if I'm interrupting, Aki, but you know, there's the original from all these sports come from. You know where all these sports come from, Aki? From they come from wrestling.
Yeah, wrestling. You know, that's right. Yeah.
Like see, like even like there's one brother.
It's from the Sunnah, Akhi. It's from the Sunnah.
Yeah, from the Sunnah. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Yeah, it's from the Sunnah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
And this is why I say, brother, wa alaikum salam, rahmatullah, barakatuh. This is why I say, as Muslims, Akhi, we must be disciplined, and we must be able to defend ourselves, defend our property, our families, and among the current best music. Sorry, brother, I'm reading the comments. Actually, Akhi, I think, you know, as you can see me, I'm always like, even I'm getting old and I still tick over, I still try to, be fit and stuff and be able to, you got to, Akhi, wallahi, the climate that we're living in right now, you got to be blind or a fool, right, not to realize that, you know, Muslims are under attack. We always are under the microscope. We are always like, downplayed, always, fingers pointing at us. And we have to, Akhi, mashallah, be disciplined, be, conscious about our fitness and be able to defend ourselves when we need to defend ourselves, So, bro, final words to you, brother. Give a shout out for your YouTube channel, bro, so people can subscribe to your channel.
Okay, yes, my channel is called Knowledgeable Views. If anyone's missing the V bit, is VIEWS. Basically, it's dawah. Basically, I go to dawah stores as well, and that's really, I do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's the main goal that I'm doing it for. So,
bro, get a Rumble account. Get onto Rumble. Rumble's another good platform to upload your clips, and it's just like YouTube. To be honest, you know what I mean. It's really good, bro. So I'm also.
I've got a couple, Aki. I've got a couple already. But soon, inshallah, I take time bit by bit, as it comes, because when you rush into certain things, it's too much, Aki, for the person to do it,
Gotcha, brother. Gotcha.
Soon, inshallah. But no worries, Aki.
Okay, barakallah feek, Akhi. I've got to do the notorious school run in a bit, the old school run, pick the kids up and stuff. So, Jazakallah khair, Akhi, for joining me. I mean, you too, bro. MashaAllah, I look up to you, bro. MashaAllah, brothers like you.
MashaAllah, that's good. The same as well, Akhi. Vice versa, Akhi. The same as well, Akhi. Alhamdulillah. And
Jazakallah khair.
And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to the people in the live chat and to the brothers and sisters out there. May Allah reward you all. And I know it's a bit late. Eid Mubarak as well to you. And I'd like to see more of the brothers and sisters come together as an ummah as well. Inshallah. And may Allah reward you all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Next time, inshallah.
Inshallah, Jazakallah khair for coming on, guys. Thank you, brother. We had brother Yahya from Australia coming on. Brother, you coming on. MashaAllah, fantastic, from the UK. Awesome. Hopefully, I'll see you soon at Speaker's Corner. And I'd like to thank all the brothers and sisters in the comments and who are watching. Alhamdulillah, it was just off the cuff, guys. I just did this stream. I had like about 45 minutes to kind of like kill. And I thought I'll share with you my favorite boxer at this current moment. Of course, Beterbiev, and he's fighting Bivol. which will be one of the greatest fights ever in Riyadh season in Saudi Arabia. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. Also, I want to mention another brother who I really like watching fight is Hamza Shiraz. MashaAllah. I think Hamza Shiraz is a very upcoming fighter. I think he's a welterweight or middleweight. And I think he can be one of the greatest fighters, inshallah, of this particular century. But I think he's still got a long way to go. He's still young, and he's got a lot more challenges and trials and tribulations to face when it comes to boxing. But inshallah, in the right hands, I hope our brother Hamza Shiraz will do really, really well. Jazakumullah khair for watching, guys. Thank you for all those brothers and sisters for sharing, liking, subscribing. And stay tuned. This Saturday, we've got another stream, inshallah, with brother Mustafa C and brother Nazam, who are fantastic brothers. If you ever met these guys, they're so humble, so respectful, so polite. MashaAllah, really, really nice guys. As you know, brother Akhi. And then on Tuesday, inshallah, Sheikh Ibn Hazm is back. MashaAllah, so stay tuned for that. So, MashaAllah, really appreciate your support, your likes, and so forth. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Next time, inshallah.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Inshallah.